Oh, yes! Welcome back, everybody, to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro, and we are back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream. I just hopped out of the shower. I'm feeling real funky fucking fresh. Gentlemen, this is not a paid promotion. I'm just recommended it. If you're using anything but Dr. Squatch, use Dr. Squatch instead. I just opened the Yoda Dr. Squatch bar of soap today from the Star Wars collection. Used it for the first time. It smells fucking fantastic, and I feel fucking fantastic. I am pumped up, ladies and gentlemen. How the hell is everybody? We definitely have plenty to discuss today. More continuation, more bearish price action in the markets today. I think today's going to be a little bit of a quick stream because, again, the bearish perspective, ladies and gentlemen, it just isn't there. Excuse me, did I say bearish? The bullish perspective. The bullish perspective just isn't there. It's not present. It doesn't exist in my mindset right now. Again, unless until proven otherwise. So we got a lot of bearish shit to talk about, and a few conditions that I want to cover as well. So we're definitely gonna hop into this bad boy. I was playing around with some stuff today. I do apologize. I was playing around with some stuff today. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna go ahead and put on the chill vibes real quick because that's where we're at. We have plenty to cover right here, right now. We're gonna put something new on. There we go. Something chill as fuck. And we're going to start with NASDAQ, of course, obviously. NASDAQ, again, seeing continuation after, rejecting tentative support here, confirming new tentative resistance. Nice little continuation drive all the way down towards the next support level. Close enough is close enough. I think we wicked as low as, let me look, 11,938, which is, $80 off. $80 off the downside target here, the next support to the downside. I'm going to be looking for continuation. Again, unless we start seeing some kind of consolidation phase open, I'm going to look for continuation towards the next level here. I'm actually going to be looking for 11.5, 11.6. We'll call it 11.6. It's close enough to 11.6. I would be looking for another drop to the downside, testing 11.6 as a possibility here until proven otherwise. Again, we just confirmed new resistance here just yesterday, and boom, look at that. A nice little continuation drive to the downside here. Again, we did see an early attempt midday here. I was watching. We did see an early attempt here to potentially, continue off of this region here, but we got sold off, and it sold off quickly back below that new tentative resistance. It's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. The sentiment still applies here. We have a very, very, very easy explanation as to why from a technical perspective here, and we're going to talk about that after I do the general analysis for the big three. We'll get to the US dollar index. For now, though, again, big continuation drive. Macro lower lows confirmed again today. Breaking structure. This entire structure has been broken. And I'm going to be looking for this to continue on. Now, obviously, we could see a bounce within this region here, maybe a little bit of a relief rally. You do have to plan for some kind of relief rally or consolidation to occur at any given point in time at this moment here. But we do, again, see continuation. I'm trying not to let my bias get in the way. I really am, but I'm so convinced that this one's going to remain long-term bearish that I'm just looking for the downside, to be quite honest with you. Again, I'm pretty freaking excited about this bear market right now. This is the first legitimate bear market that I have traded in, and it's pretty awesome. Not only that, but I'm looking for this to continue for as long as possible, go as low as possible, and then at some point when it does decide to turn around again, and we see the entry into the next bull market, it's going to be just as fun to buy in as low as humanly possible and take some really good profits off the possible, reverting uptrend. It's just so bad. It's so bad. Again, still below the 21 exponential. 21 exponential is very, very negative here, very negatively sloped here. Again, we could bounce off this support, see continuation to the bottom side of that blue box territory here, maybe even a test of the 21 exponential, but I'm just going to be looking for lower highs and lower lows throughout this entire formation until we revert back up. Now, any open and closure above 13,470 would be, would be confirmation from some bullish continuation to the upside. It would not convince me that the market is flipping to a bullish stature, though. I would just be looking for pumps up towards the next blue box territory and maybe even the diagonal trend line of death and destruction here that is currently acting as a ceiling of resistance for price action, at least from the major points of price action. And downside I go. Downside we go, ladies and gentlemen. So until we confirm like higher highs at a minimum, I'm not even going to be looking for an uptrending structure here, let alone bullish reversal. Excuse my English right now. And for now, again, the target being 11.5, 11.6, give or take 50 to 100 bucks. RSI looking real destructive, back into the bearish control zone, putting in a slightly lower lows, but lower is lower. At the end of the day, lower is lower. So, RSI, or excuse me, stochastics putting in significantly lower lows. We haven't seen stochastics this low in quite some time. Since 2019, actually, we haven't seen stochastics this low. Obviously maintained by the bears. Obviously, this market is being, controlled by the bears. Lots of selling. I guarantee it. Lots of selling. People are freaking out. People's got to be freaking out. I'm not. I'm calm, cool, collected. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next major bullish signal, or even a at this point, even a relief rally. I would easily trade a relief rally to the upside. Easily. Because obviously I missed my opportunity for shorts. I'm not looking for shorts right now. I'm just looking for a signal. I'm currently out of trades at the current moment in time. Is what it is. I'm a breakdown trader. That's the kind of trader that I am. I'm waiting for the next confirmation about the 21 exponential, or at a bare minimum, another test of it, right? I would even trade a rejection at this point in time. It is what it is. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. This one's definitely toppling over. Even from a weekly perspective, it doesn't look great. Massive weekly continuation and potentially looking to confirm a new weekly resistance, tenfold, right? Weekly RSI, lower highs, below the 50 here, rejected into the bearish control zone. Stochastics on the weekly time frame here, again, rejecting the bottom side of the top side of the bearish control zone, back to you, and until proven otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking down. Same thing for SPY futures here. Again, after already confirming resistance, we saw a continuation drive through the next support level. Target has been met. This is, the title of this stream is not clickbait. TA targets have been met. My technical analysis has played out exactly as planned. Target has been met, and now we see a breach of support, looking to confirm new tentative resistance here below the 39.50 support. Again, it is still classified as support unless we see a closure today and only today in 16 hours 31 minutes below this region to confirm it as resistance, at which point, if confirmed, I would look for a continuation drive all the way down towards 38.75. Yeah, 38.75 next low. Yep, right here is where I'd be looking for at a bare minimum. If not that, I would look a little bit lower as well, towards 37.60. Again, we are in the precipice of structure deconstruction. We are definitely in the midst of a bearish structure here. There is nothing bullish about this formation at all whatsoever, and the same sentiment applies, ladies and gentlemen. We could come down to this target here at 38.70, bounce off, see a little bit of a play, a little bit of a relief towards the 21 exponential, but unless we see higher highs, and right now the last lower high is right here at 49. We'll just call it 43. I didn't say 49. I didn't say 49. Dyslexia is fun. 4,300 bucks. until I see open and closures above that region here, I'm looking for pressure down. I'm looking for pressure down until we put in higher highs. And again, it is possible if we do see, you know, open and closures above there, then I'd start looking for like, you know, 44.75, and possible, you know, possibly looking for a bullish reversal. But yeah, we're so far away from that possibility right now that I'm hardly even considering it, even though obviously I'm still considering it. It's still a part of the plan, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about it. Don't freak out. It's still a part of the plan. Obviously, I wouldn't have talked about it if it wasn't part of the plan. But again, I'm a little more biased to the downside right now. Just because, again, the structure that, you know, the structure of the evidence that the market is presenting, it's telling me continuation down, unless proven otherwise. And, you know, here's kind of why. US dollar index, again, with higher highs. Again, it's starting to slow down in its upside movement, but guess what? Upside it is nonetheless. Do we have a cross? We do have a cross on the RSI here above the exponential, and the exponential has been forced to the positive slope very slightly. Again, I'm not saying this is a very convincing cross to the upside. The possibility for bearish divergence is still present on the daily time frame for this formation here. Again, we do have a high right here, and then this could form out a little bit of a higher high if it reverses, which would classify bearish divergence moves possibly all the way down to 102.63, at which point that's when I'd start looking for possible relief rallies, a little bit of pumps up in the rest of the market here. But man, this has just been extremely powerful, extremely the entire time, all the way since, you know, 2021, May of 21, May and June of 2021, when we got confirmation of an uptrend. This one has been absolutely explosive the entire time, remaining above the 21 for the majority of the time. Obviously, we had a couple of little fakes below the 21 exponential, but again, we put this diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity in place for a reason. It is very, very valid, and if you don't believe me, just look at all these touch points, man. Look at all these touch points, all of these touch points that validate this diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity. Peace and prosperity meaning support, obviously. And you know, I was explaining to a buddy of mine today that, you know, even if this one decides to open close below the 21 and we see pullbacks all the way down to this trend line, as long as it holds this trend line right here, ladies and gentlemen, I am macro bullish. I am looking for this to continue until it decides not to continue anymore, at which point I would be planning some trades. But the only thing that kind of convinces me that this one's going to see bearish reversal, just kind of like the regular market is if we break this trend line here, come back down and test it as resistance and get rejected. Again, printing in a series of lower highs and lower lows along the way, confirming downtrends, confirming reversals. Same thing as the rest of the market. I'm not bullish until proven bullish, and I'm not bearish on the US dollar index at all whatsoever until proven bearish. Even with some bearish divergence looming, even with stochastics looking like, oops, it wants to do a little bit of a soft cross to the downside, it is deep in the bullish critical territory here and has been coiling in there since freaking the beginning, middle of April, a month yesterday. A month. It's been coiling. I mean, it's been here since the beginning of April, but it's just been coiling in the bullish critical territory ever since that breakout point. And again, as long as stochastics looks anything like this on a structure here, I am full-blown bullish. Same thing with RSI. Very nice, very structured formation to the upside. Higher highs and higher lows along the way. Fresh cross above the exponential. It does provide the basis for a little bit of bearish divergence. Again, that's why I mentioned pullbacks to the 21, maybe pullbacks to 100.85, maybe pullbacks to 99.29, maybe pullbacks all the way to the trend line of peace and prosperity, but pullbacks are definitely possible in this formation right now. Again, we just continue to put in higher highs and higher lows. And right now, as it sits, the next target is the 1.272 Fibonacci extension that I have mapped out right around 105.71. That I will be looking for that analysis to come to fruition unless proven otherwise. Open and closure below the 21, I would look for the very next support level at 100.77, at which point, again, that's when I would be looking for some kind of relief rally, you know, pump up, buy pressure in the rest of the stock market, cryptocurrency market. But until then, I'm fucking bullish on this bad boy. Moving on, I want to check out just a couple of these today, only because, again, a lot of the analysis is extremely the same. If you can't tell, a lot of my assets are red. A lot of them are red, except for Bitcoin dominance. What is this? Bitcoin longs? Yeah, BTC USD longs. The euro, euro. It was red yesterday, but it's still pretty bad today. Yeah, everything is freaking red. So, sentiment is the same. All of these assets are tied to NASDAQ. I will give an update on the Hall of Fame. We do have all-time lows being confirmed today at 65.9, 65 cents, almost 66 cents here. I'm going to be looking for that psychological level all the way down at 50 cents here. Again, when I put Fibonacci's on this, on this formation, I just don't get a very reliable piece of price action possibilities, right? I don't get realistic possibilities out of this Fibonacci retracement level, so I'm not looking for negative 21 cents or anything crazy like that, but I am going to be looking for that psychological level of 50. Again, psychological, it's just, you come up with a number, it's never been this low. All right, take it by $1, divide it by 4. All right, you got 75 cents, 50 cents, 25 cents, and then anything below 25 cents, right? So the 50 cent mark is the next psychological level. We did breach through support. Likely we do see confirmation of new tentative resistance tomorrow, but more realistically, I'm looking for just straight continuation to the downside. Stochastics coming up to the bottom side of the bearish control zone, rejecting it, still being controlled by the bearish critical territory. God, so many ads, man. And RSI here not looking too good either, putting in lower lows yet again. We're not that far from putting in macro lows, all-time lows here from an RSI perspective. This one is absolutely getting beaten up, fucking beaten. It's getting beaten, man. The bears have this one as well. I'm going to be looking for continuation until, at the bare minimum, we see higher highs, which right now, this is our last lower high at 87 cents, right? 86 cents. Oh, we'll just call it 86 to 87 cents here, which correlates with, boom, the yellow 21 exponential. Until we see open and closures above the exponential, the 21 exponential, I'm not looking for nothing. However, if it happens to see an open and closure above the 21, I would look for the next resistance right around $1.07. And obviously, I would possibly make the case for a trade. Although I'm not trading this one, I'm investing in this one because it's just dog shit right now. Again, from a trading perspective, this chart's dog shit. To be quite honest with everybody. But again, I believe in the NFL. I believe in the Hall of Fame. I believe once the project is done and this stock flips, turns around, and does something pretty spectacular, hell, I'd even be happy with 15 bucks per share. I'd be happy with 15 bucks per share. That would make me a nice chunk of profit here as I continue to average down, as I continue to buy shares at lower and lower prices. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. So, looking for 50 cents, that's kind of the next sentiment here, especially with the downside pressure in the rest of the market. That doesn't make it any easier for this one to try to go up. And that's the sentiment for that one. Major ones that I'm looking at, AMD is a major one here. Coming up, testing the 21 exponential, rejecting it. It does look like we fell back into that consolidation box that we did have opened up right here. So I'm going to kind of treat it like that. I would say with an open and closure above the 21 exponential here, it would lead me to believe possible new higher highs, right? We do have the beginning etchings, right? We don't have a higher low. We could get a higher low here, but we don't have a higher low just yet. But with this one, we do have, boom, a higher high right here, boom, a possibility of a higher low. So if it does close above the current resistance at 91.30, I would look for an attempt, a try, a push to see higher highs. If not, if we see open and closures below 85.15, I'll look for the next level down, right around 79.55, maybe even down towards this region here at 73.50. Stochastics still looking bad, looking like it still wants to try to reject the neutral territory, which is never a good sign here if it falls through. RSI already rejected the neutral territory and is kind of coiling around with the exponential right now. We saw a breach and then a recovery back up, so the exponential is still acting as support right now. have to wait and see. I have to wait and see for this one. But obviously, you know, the sentiment is still down. The trending structure is still down. I'm not looking for anything bullish on, again, any of these assets right now. I'm just highlighting the possibilities, the technical possibilities here. And for this one, I am more biased to the downside, especially that, you know, seeing that we're in a bearish downtrend. Stochastics and RSI doesn't look healthy. We're applying, you know, resistance with the 21 exponential, getting sold off, closing on reversal style candlesticks multiple times, putting a lot of pressure on the current support right here, 85 spot 25. And again, any open and closure below that region, I would look for follow through. I would look for continuation, possibly again all the way down to 73 bucks, 73 and a half bucks. Twitter confirmed below the 21 exponential. So right off the bat, sentiment is to the downside. I'm going to be looking for 44, we'll call it 45 bucks, 44 spot 95. Any open and closure below there will convince me that a gap fill is very likely. Now, this doesn't defeat the uptrend that we are currently in. Obviously, it could. I'm not saying that it couldn't, because again, the rest of the market is absolute bear, right? Absolutely bearish right now. But it would be not out of the realm of possibilities to see a pull all the way down to this region here, just below the next support at 40 spot 90. I would look for a possible gap fill if we do open and close below this blue box territory here, which looks a little funky. There we go. If we do see a breach of that blue box territory, I would look for a gap fill and a possible higher low. I would look for a higher low in this formation here. Again, we are uptrending, and we have been uptrending for quite some time right now, trading above the 21. I don't like the fact that you know, we could put in a lower high, right? Technically could put in a lower high, right? But technically as well, this structure is macro bullish regardless. I mean, look at the very obvious points, the higher lows, right? This one's been pretty fucking bullish for a long time, but you know, considering the structure at hand here from the medium term perspective, I would say gap fill is very much possible within this formation here, unless we, you know, hit here at 44.90, boom, bounce back up, confirm another low and see higher highs. I would look for a continuation drive with any open and closure above 51 spot 60. I would look for possible continuation drives all the way up towards like 59 bucks if that is confirmed again. But you know, with everything on the chart, again, the evidence suggesting more continuation to the downside. We do have, again, that, you know, that lower high formation on the RSI with rejection of the exponential. The exponential is back in a negative posture. We continue to go lower, taking out all the previous lows in the formation. While, you know, stochastics breaks the formation as well here, very, very aggressively to the downside. We have a critical signal with confirmation below the 50 read in confluence with an open and closure below the 21 exponential. Again, I have to stick with the rules of my strategies. We have an open and closure below the 21 exponential unless it starts consolidating and doing some, you know, playing some fuck games. I'm convinced that this one has a very high probability of continuing further down towards 41 bucks to 41, 40 bucks. Anywhere in between there. I'm actually gonna move this here, because that's what I would be looking for. If I'm going to be looking for this to move to the downside, I'm going to be looking for that gap to fill here. That gap being, boom, right here. So yeah, that's kind of it on Twitter. I want to look at one more. Let's see what Pepsi's doing. Pepsi's consolidating. It is currently ranging, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently ranging. We can tell that by looking at price action and RSI being thrashed around between the exponential and the 50 read for the past couple of days here. We did just confirm a top though, which would be technically a lower high. And again, we did get confirmation. And then again, this is why I want to remind everybody, just because I'm successful with my strategy does not necessarily mean my strategy is a 100% hit rate. I saw a signal. I knew it was weak right off the bat. I took the signal. Is what it is. Took a very, very small loss below the 21 exponential here, and I did mention that I was very skeptical of continuation due to the simple fact that the confirmation was not very strong. Yes, we did see confirmation above the 21. However, look at how sideways the 21 exponential is, right? If I'm going to be looking for confirmation above the 21, man, I need to see something like this. Boom, boom. Look at the slope. The slope is positive, and then we see continuation above. A much more crystal clear example would be right here, where it went basically vertical, boom, with confirmation. This one did not convince me, right? This one, god damn, so many ads. This one is not convincing me at all whatsoever, and I knew the risk before taking it, so I didn't violate any of my trading rules. I saw a signal, I took the signal, I played it, but I was skeptical the whole time. Back down below the 21 exponential for Pepsi, man. So I'm going to be looking for this to kind of play out sideways, man. At the end of the day, we did breach that previous support after confirming an all-time high right here. And then basically we've just been going sideways. Consolidation. So I'm going to be looking for this consolidation to play out all the way down to 168 even. Until proven otherwise, obviously. And if I see an open and closure below that support at 168, I will look for continuation to the next major level towards 160. However, to the opposite perspective, any closure above 174 will lead me to believe that maybe we have like a higher low consolidation. And we likely see new all-time highs. I would be looking for an attempt at new all-time highs if we do break 173.88 here, at which point I would look for the 1.272 to potentially be a next target here. Again, especially if we confirm support above the all-time high, I would look for the 1.272 at 184.72. So many fucking 7s and 2s, man. I get all confused and discombobulated. This one surprisingly looking decent in the midst of a pretty bearish market, in my opinion. We still have maintained the structure to the upside. It does look a little wonky, I will give you that, but I'm confident. Consolidation until proven otherwise. We didn't confirm above the. We confirmed above the 21, but we really didn't. We actually just closed back below it. So that's what's kind of leading me to believe this is more of a sideways formation until it either breaks support or breaks resistance. Our stochastics for this one though above the 50 read, just slightly. Again, not confirming enough, not convincing enough, and then RSI, being beaten up by the negatively sloped exponential, putting a lot of pressure on that 50 read. So we do have some conflicting indications with this chart. So, just kind of, same thing with an uptrend, same thing with a downtrend. Consolidation is consolidation until it ends, until it's proven otherwise. Moving on, Bitcoin absolutely getting shreked, destroyed, mutilated, battered, bruised, and beaten. Confirming new tentative resistance at 29,450, and I'm for sure going to be looking for continuation all the way down to the next major level here at 24,350. That's going to be the next target to the downside, at least from my perspective. And again, please remember, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. But RSI being beaten up as well, exponential falls into the bearish control territory. We saw a little bit of an attempt to push up, but got crossed right back to the downside. Very negative slope on the RSI right now, and it's very close to testing the macro lows here. Not good. Not fucking good. The only thing that convinces me would be like a full-blown reversal. A full-blown reversal. It's the same. It's the same. Yeah, with an open closure above the 21, then we have an attempt. Then we have a possible attempt to put in higher highs. But even when that happens, we still have a major high to take out. This high right here. If I'm going to be macro, bullish on this, we either need to confirm a structural lower high, or we just need to take out the current high. I'm bearish until either one of those occurs. Even if we do this, put in a little bit of a lower high, like a structural, like a pivot lower high, like a major top, that's classified as a lower high. I would still be bearish. But that would be the next change of behavior point, right? Change of behavior point. Obviously, these lower highs are classified as change of behavior points if they're taking out, but that doesn't convince me of being long-term bullish once again. This is still the main point that I'm looking for, and that's like 47.5. That's way the fuck up there. So I'm going to be looking for continuation on this one. Again, stochastics deeper into the bearish critical territory, RSI deep in the bearish control zone. Just confirm new tentative resistance. I'm looking for like 24. Yeah, 24,000. At least let's try to look and line it up. Yeah, that's the only significant one right here. Yep. 24,000. Welcome to doom. Welcome to doom and gloom, ladies and gentlemen. And that's Bitcoin. And that's the market, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad in a good way. For me, it's good because again, I get to hop into some really delicious trades at really discounted prices, and I can't complain about that. So that's going to do it for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for relaxing with me. Thanks for chilling out. Thanks for doing some studies and analysis. I'm playing Returnal tonight again. I'm going to be trying that fucking tower that keeps pissing me off. I'm going to be trying to set a new PR, a new personal record on that motherfucker tonight. So come on and watch me. It'd be about 5, maybe 10 minutes before I get on. And yeah, we'll see you guys there. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming through. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the cause. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, y'all. Peace.